Hey guys, it's Kelli Meyer, licensed and certified pediatric speech language pathologist, and welcome back to the Speech Scoop. Today's video is all about speech articulation, and I'm going to answer all of your questions about how you can work with your child at home on their speech articulation skills. So speech articulation is the way that words are formed. So for example, there are 26 alphabet letters and there are 44 speech sounds. So there's actually a lot more speech sounds than there are alphabet letters. So that's why it's super important that you know what sound to work on with your little one. So today I'm going to give you my top 5 tips of how to work with your child at home on their speech and language skills. Okay, so number 1 is to check out the new developmental speech norms, which I have a free downloadable copy of on our Teachers Pay Teachers store, which I've linked and highlighted right down below. So make sure to check out the new speech articulation norms that were released in 2020, where they bumped around a bunch of different sounds, and actually they bumped up ages of which children should be starting to produce and master certain sounds. So definitely check out and make sure that you are aware of the norms so that you know if your child is actually ahead of the game or maybe a little bit behind, and how much they're behind according to the new norms. So definitely check those out. Number 2, this is the most important tip or key that I'm going to tell you. So make sure to remember this. Make sure that you are targeting the correct speech sound, because as I already mentioned, there are 26 alphabet letters and 44 speech sounds. So a lot of the times whenever a parent tells me that their child is misproducing an S sound or a Z sound or a CH or an SH, it's actually not that sound. If you think about it, the word washing machine, it's 2 SH sounds, but it is spelled with a CH. And so that's why it's super important to make sure that you have the correct targets. If you're like, how am I gonna do that? Guess what, guys? We're just released these brand new, this is a Play-Doh Smash Mat. There are 2 different levels, level 1 and level 2, and there will be a level 3 coming soon with the rest of the speech sounds. So they print just like this because these fit perfectly in Articulation Smash Play-Doh Mat boxes that are super cute and colorful. Or if you want to make it a little bit bigger, I just sized up to print out 118%, and it printed 2 on each page. And these are so great. They're available on our Teachers Pay Teachers store at the Speech Scoop, which I've also linked down below. And they're important because this is telling you exactly how the mouth should look. So this is for S, and it says right here, initial S, also super important that you're working through the correct natural progression of the sound. So you want initial sound first. Usually the final sound is the next sound that you target before you move to medial sound. So here it's telling you that this is the initial S, like soap. It tells you where your tongue should be. It gives you a visual of the mouth. And then like, let's say a sound like T, see how it gives you a different mouth visual? It's amazing. So this is super important because, for example, here is the Z, right? So here are my Z's. If you can't laminate them, I just did this because this is honestly probably what parents will do. Grab some sheet protectors, put it in here, get your Play-Doh. I'm gonna go ahead and get it. These are Z words. I have final Z out. And guess what a final Z word is? Nose. Guess how it's spelled? With an S. So words like scissors, where there are multiple S targets, you would think, are actually 2 Z sounds and then the initial S sound. So here we have nose. So you would have your child, smash nose, and it's super fun. And I use my speech sound hand cue of zzz, like zipping something up. And if you need speech sound hand cues, we also have a free downloadable resource on the same Teachers Pay Teachers page. And you can also watch this video up above. And so that will teach you all the different speech sound hand cues for each sound. Okay, also like hose. So your child can have a blast smashing their Play-Doh balls onto these. You could also use daubers, color, whatever you want to do, but at least you will know that you are working on the correct sound. So that is my number 1 tip, is to make sure that you're working on the correct sound. And the only way to do that is to make sure that you're using a product created by a speech language pathologist, such as myself. Another fantastic way to use these for kids who need a little bit more movement, proprioceptive input, vestibular input, I like to cut them out. And again, I would just put one at the beginning of this Love Every Tunnel. And then I would say, go get duck. And these are all initial D words. So I have doctor, duck, deer, dog, dig. And so we'll say, duck, where are you? So we're looking for duck. And he might crawl through the tunnel, get the duck, crawl back through the tunnel. And then the key is to always have an ending. So maybe we put it just in this container that I literally just found, right? Actually, someone made this for me. It's so cute. It says Miss Kelly on it. Okay, anyways, so I would say, oh no, go get down, down. And we crawl through the tunnel, get it, put it back. Okay, so this is a great way that you can incorporate some sensory integration using your Play-Doh, some proprioceptive and vestibular input using your tunnel. You can play a game where you take turns, you can color, you can use your dauber, whatever it is that your child likes to keep them motivated. So that leads us into tip number 2, is to make sure that you are having fun whenever you're working on these. So actually, you're using your targets, you are making sure to use fun activities to keep your child motivated, and then you've already checked out developmental speech sounds. So this is tip number 3. Okay, so you're using your speech sounds and you're making it super fun so that your child will be engaged. So tip number 4 is to use minimal pairs if at all possible. So a lot of times the minimal pairs, and I'll show you an example. Guess what? They're for free. These are our speech sound T and D minimal pairs, which these are for voicing, which is a phonological process, or it just means that it's a pattern of errors where the child is turning their voice off. So T and D are the exact same sounds. They're made in the same place of the mouth, except for one is voice off, T, 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 T. One is voice on, D, D. And so these even tell you at the bottom if you're like, I don't know, after you cut them out. So it says TD1, and then the match says TD1. So you have toe, and I have D-O, do, toe. And this is a great way to make sure that your child can auditorily discriminate the difference between the two sounds, because that is step number 1. If they cannot hear the difference and they don't recognize that by changing out that sound, they're actually saying a different word, then they're not able to make the correct production. And so definitely start there. Also, if your child is fronting or backing sounds, you can check out our T and K minimal pairs for free on our Teachers Pay Teachers store at the Speech Scoop. I've linked it down below. And so again, a wonderful example of T and K. So we have torn and corn. So 2 different, I'm using my speech sound hand cues. I've got my minimal pairs. And each time you're telling your child, I'm looking for torn, and see if they can tell the difference. And then you say, oh wow, what did you find? And then they say corn. You say, oh, you mean torn. And you can show them the corn picture to show them what they're actually saying. So minimal pairs are another great resource for parents, and we just happen to have 2 of those free resources made. However, I'm going to show you a 3rd resource that we have available, is our minimal pair front and back sound complete set. And so I love that these visuals, again, are showing you exactly how the mouth is going to look for a K or G sound, as well as a T or D sound. And so your child is able to, comes with all of these sounds. There's so many. You can laminate these, you can cut them, you can print them, you can have your child color them. So here we have, ready? Pet. So it's a T, and we also have pet. And so your child is going to place them on the corresponding mouth in the way that they are saying the word. And so this is a great way to draw attention for your child to be able to auditorily discriminate, which just means tell the difference between the 2 sounds. So here we have cake, mouth open the whole time. And then we have take, mouth closed at the beginning, open at the end. So your child might say, can I have Kate or Tate, right? You say, oh, this is take, this is cake. And you can show them the difference. So I absolutely love this resource. You can check this out on our Teachers Pay Teachers again. And my last tip for working with your little one at home is to not overcorrect. So if you are working on the word flag, right? If you're targeting the g-g-g, we want to drink our chocolate milk, the G sound, g-g-g, then and you're saying to your child, say flag, and they say flag, then that is a correct production, even though the L blend was incorrect. Why? Is because most of the time there's multiple errors within the word, and so you're targeting whatever it is that you are trying to correct, the speech sound individually. You can't overcorrect different sounds in the word, or your child is really going to feel discouraged and unmotivated to work. And so this is going to definitely keep their motivation high. So really quickly, just in case, I'm going to show you another free resource. If you're like, I don't feel like printing or buying anything, you can go to pinkcatgames.com. Again, I'm getting no kickback at all. I'm just telling you that this is a great resource for parents. You're going to hit play. And this is another great way to make sure that you're using the correct sounds. Let's say you're working on K, so I'll type in K words, I'll hit enter. A lot of times you'll see K words in all positions, articulation. That's what we want. You can choose a target. You can have your child feed the shark or dress up the monster. So I love that. And then you're just gonna hit play. And then your child can choose something to feed the shark. So it's ice cream. And then your word is cow. And it tells you here, you choose baby cow, and then that is how you play that game. So it's super fun. I love that it gives you all the words that you need, and also it's a free resource. If you're looking for a paid resource that's more exclusive, you can check out Ultimate SLP. I definitely use that all the time in therapy. And there are some other different options that I will put down below. But make sure to check out all the things that I mentioned about our Teachers Pay Teacher store. We make these resources just for you so that you can use these at home with your child. Please hit the thumbs up button and leave me a comment down below, and also hit the super thanks if these tips and tricks have helped you and your little one. Before I forget, today I wanted to make sure to mention that you can get 10% off all of your orders at Peachie Speechie, which is where I got this awesome shirt that says best day ever if you're a speech language pathologist. And if you're not a speech therapist, I have this awesome shirt that I've worn in other videos. Says minds of all kinds, so super important for inclusivity and to support all of our neurodiverse populations. So make sure to check out Peachie Speechie. I also have codes for you for Wee Woo Worka, and check out all of my new Love Every products, such as this organic cotton tunnel that I absolutely love. So make sure to check out all of those links down below. Grab your percentage off codes, and make sure to find us on Instagram at The Speech Scoop, as well as on Facebook. I post on there a lot and I answer all of your questions. So reach out to me on there, and make sure to hit the thumbs up button on these videos if any of these videos are helpful for you and your little one, as this tells YouTube that you like this content and allows me to continue making videos. Also, I am about to be dropping a brand new series of videos on my member-only channel. And so that's for our memberships, that's down in the corner. You can join on the community tab as well. So make sure to check out the information that's on there after you've joined, and be on the lookout for a ton of new exclusive content coming for new members only. And I'll see you next time for a very, very special unboxing video of my new Love Every kit. So I'll see you next time, guys.